Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Empowered. Today, we're diving into a topic that's so relevant to all of us: how to stay mindful in a world dominated by digital technology and social media. Technology can be both a blessing and a curse. It can connect us, inspire us, and help us grow. But if we're not mindful, it can drain our energy, trigger negative emotions, and leave us feeling disconnected from ourselves. In this episode, I'm going to share some personal stories of my own struggles and victories with technology, as well as practical tools how to navigate the digital world more mindfully. Ready to learn how to make technology work for you rather than control you? Let's dive in. Social media is designed to keep you scrolling, but sometimes that scrolling can leave you feeling drained, stressed, and anxious. I want to talk about why social media can be a trigger and how you can take control of your experience. I remember scrolling through Instagram one evening after a long, exhausting day. I saw so many posts of people seeming to live their best lives: perfect homes, thriving businesses, flawless relationships. I couldn't help but compare myself, and suddenly I was questioning everything about my own life. It's amazing how quickly social media can affect our mental health, especially when you haven't figured out things for yourself. Going there and consuming information without having any kind of filter can be really hard and can actually trigger all these emotions and thoughts that are limiting and bring you down. And instead of feeling inspired in any way, you end up feeling exhausted without even understanding what happened. One thing could be, perhaps if you notice feeling triggered, try after each social media session, taking a moment to write down how you feel. What posts made you feel good and what posts made you feel less than. Recognizing these patterns will help you become more conscious of your emotional triggers and start unfollowing accounts that affect you negatively. Why is it so hard to put our phones down, even when we know we should? The answer lies in the way social media affects our brain. Platforms are engineered to give you dopamine hits, similarly to the way addictive substances work. This chapter will help you understand the science behind social media addiction and give you strategies to take back control. I started noticing my own addiction to social media when I realized that every time I felt a little stressed, bored, or even just tired, I'd immediately reach out to my phone. I'd scroll without even thinking, and even though I knew it wasn't helping me relax, I couldn't stop. What I didn't realize at the time was that social media was giving me these little dopamine hits that kept me coming back to it for more. It was like my brain was wired to seek that instant gratification, even though I wasn't really enjoying the process. One thing that actually helped me was that for an hour or two each day, I would have DigitalDetox. During this time, you can put your phone away, turn off notifications, and engage in activities that don't involve instant gratification, like reading, journaling, exercising, or cooking. You'll notice that over time, these moments without constant dopamine hits will help you reset your brain and reduce reliance on your phone for information and entertainment. Start small and gradually extend the time you spend away from your devices. Set clear boundaries for when and how you'll engage with social media. For example, you create phone-free zones in your home, like bedroom or during meals. This can help you build healthier habits and reduce the time you spend aimlessly scrolling. It may sound a little bit complicated, but really it's just about taking intentional breaks from your phone. I started by setting aside 1 hour each day where I'd do something completely off screen, like reading or journaling. And I was really surprised how much calmer I felt and how much more present I was in my daily life. It's one of those practices that becomes a non-negotiable for me now. And of course, it's not always easy having your small business and all the different tasks that I have to juggle. But it's really important to create like a safe zone for myself that I can really just make space for myself. One of the biggest shifts for me was realizing that not all social media content was bad, but certain types of posts were triggering feelings of inadequacy, comparison, or even guilt. It wasn't until I became aware of these triggers that I could start doing something about them. I used to follow a lot of accounts that on the surface seemed inspiring, successful entrepreneurs, thought leaders, teachers, influencers, female entrepreneurs who seemed to have it all together. But after a while, I noticed that every time I saw their posts, I'd feel like I wasn't measuring up. I started questioning my own choices, thinking, why am I not there yet? And it was draining. What really helped me was doing what I call a content cleanse. I went through my feed and asked myself, does this account inspire me or make me feel bad about myself? It was hard at first, but I unfollowed the accounts that weren't adding anything positive into my life. Now my feed is full of content that uplifts me and aligns with my personal goals and values. It's been a game changer for my mental health and relationship with social media. For the longest time, I've felt overwhelmed by technology. It felt like it was controlling me instead of the other way around. But once I shifted my perspective, started using digital tools and AI with intention, it became one of my greatest allies in both my personal life and in my business. When I started this podcast and my business, I felt like I was constantly racing against the clock. There were so many tasks to manage, content creation, planning, responding to emails, and I was struggling to keep it up. That's when I started using tools like Trello to organize my projects, and AI to help me brainstorm ideas and manage content. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. AI became my personal assistant, and I could focus on the things that truly mattered, like connecting with you all, creating meaningful content that truly aligns with where I want to be and what I want to be doing. I started using AI tools like ChatGPT and Notion to streamline my work. These tools have helped me stay organized and save so much time. What I love the most is that they free up my mental space so I can focus on creativity and building deeper connections with my audience. It's not about letting AI take over, but using it in a way that supports me and that can help me make all the difference. Building a community like the Alchemia and now the Empowered has been one of the most rewarding parts of my journey. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without the help of digital platforms and AI. They've allowed me to connect with you all on a deeper level, even across different parts of the world. When I first started this podcast, I wasn't sure how to grow it and how to reach the right people. But using tools like social media analytics and AI-driven platforms, I am able to figure out what content resonated with you most. It helped me find my voice and gave me confidence to keep going even when things feel uncertain. One of the best things I've done is to use AI tools to help me manage my time better. I use apps that block distractions, set time limits on social media, and even track how much time I spend on each platform. This way, I can hold myself accountable without feeling like I'm mindlessly scrolling. I also use AI for wellness. There are mindfulness apps that guide you through meditation, breathing exercises, and even help you to sleep. Technology doesn't have to be the enemy. It can actually be an incredible ally if you use it wisely. If you feel like you're losing control over your screen time, look into digital well-being apps. Set the limits or schedule social media breaks and use technology to support your well-being rather than to sabotage it. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. I still use social media every day, but now I do it with more intention. It's a tool, not a master. Finding that balance took time. I had to learn to be okay with missing out on things that were alluring and realize that I don't have to constantly be online to stay connected. For me, it's about being mindful, asking myself, why am I using this platform right now? Is it adding value to my day? It's okay to set limits and give yourself permission to unplug when needed. Remember that the internet will still be there when you get back. I used to feel like I had to be connected all the time, constantly checking my phone or responding to emails. But this constant connectivity was draining me. When I started setting time blocks for my internet use, like checking emails twice a day and staying off my phone in the mornings, I found a new sense of balance. Creating boundaries around your internet use isn't about avoiding technology. It's about using it in a way that supports your well-being rather than overwhelms it. The thing I've learned over time is how vital it is to create safe and supportive online spaces. Not all corners of the internet are equal, and where you spend your time can either lift you up or drag you down. I've created my own digital space to reflect the things that inspire, calm, or help me grow. And this is what's made a huge difference in my mental and emotional well-being. Be mindful of the online spaces you inhabit. Whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, or even Spotify, you can make sure that the time you spend online is intentional and enriching. These platforms can be incredible tools for growth, relaxation, and creativity if used with purpose. I love using Pinterest as a space for creative inspiration, whether it's for a new project, home decor, or wellness tips. It's my safe space to explore ideas without pressure. Instagram can be overwhelming, but I've found that using intentional for shopping or discovering brands that I love makes the experience more joyful rather than stressful. I love YouTube as a go-to source for entertainment, but also for learning and growth. Whether it's following a meditation guide or learning something new, I really try to keep it purposeful. Spotify has become my sanctuary when I need to calm down or refocus. I create playlists that help me wind down, listen to other podcasts after a long day, or during my walks, or sometimes when I do my makeup and have some time. Sometimes we focus so much on negative aspects of technology that we forget how appreciate the opportunities it gives us. The ability to connect with all of you through this podcast is something I'm deeply grateful for. Technology, when used mindfully, can be a tool for creativity, connection, and healing. Finding gratitude in our digital world is about acknowledging how these tools can enhance our life when we set boundaries and use them with intention. It's not about avoiding technology, but about harnessing its potential in a way that serves us. Using technology mindfully doesn't mean cutting it out of your life. It means using it in an intentional and purposeful way. By curating how you interact with these digital spaces, you can harness the power of technology without letting it consume you. Turn to Pinterest when you need a spark of creativity or explore new ideas. It's a positive space with visual discovery without the comparison trap. Keep Instagram light by using it as a tool for shopping or discovering brands that align with your values. This way, you stay focused on what truly brings you joy. Let YouTube be your space for both entertainment and personal growth. Whether you're watching something lighthearted or diving into the learning experience as an intention for what you want to get out of it. Music has an incredible ability to change your mood. Use Spotify as a daily ritual for calming down, whether through playlists or guided meditations. Thank you for being with me on this episode of Empowered about mindful technology use. It's so easy to get overwhelmed by the constant digital noise, but by being intentional, we can create a digital space that serves us, not controls us. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Let's keep building this mindful, empowered community together. Until next time, stay grounded and make technology work for you, not the other way around. See you soon.